Let's get back to the European markets where stocks were higher in early trade, clawing their way back from the sharp losses sustained in the previous session. Well, Annette has more to tell us. Hello, Annette. Good afternoon. The European markets are in green today. Is this a correction from the massive Tuesday sell down? And are these also moving into the currency and the oil market?
Well, actually, we're really seeing today some kind of floor building when it comes to the markets. The oil market is also recovering somewhat after a slump late yesterday after Trump was saying that he's standing by his allies in Saudi Arabia. So the mix today is rather cautious, but like tentatively positive, I would say. But it's early days to say that the sell-off now is completely over, I guess, because people, traders, investors, they all remain extremely cautious about the outlook for the markets, given all these risks out there. We just have to name them: a serious cooling down of the economy. Next year, the extraordinary stimulus from the fiscal package in the United States will vanish. So economic growth will most likely also cool down in the States. Then clearly we have all these political risks. We're talking about Brexit, we are having Italy. So I think the general understanding is that the best is over and that the markets as such will remain very volatile.
All right, let's take a peep into the Bitcoin market. Now, Bitcoin is now below $4,000 from $20,000. Is this a prophecy come true? Are cryptocurrencies down and out?
Well, Bitcoin had a huge hype. Like, I think last December, they were around 20,000 US dollars. Everybody was super excited about it. But in the end, what people are realizing once again, they don't have value. There is no underlying value. And there were structural changes in the industry as well. For example, Bitcoin Cash has separated from Bitcoin, meaning there was like a stock split, which sent Bitcoin sharply lower yesterday and also today. So that's one of the structural effects. And people realize this can happen again and again, those sort of stock splits, Bitcoin splits. Because what happened here is that a Bitcoin engineer, they couldn't agree on how to update the software. So they said, we rather split it into two different currencies, cryptocurrencies, and then we can do what we want. So this can happen always again, and that is why Bitcoin is actually losing value a day after the other. But generally, also, regulators are getting tough on cryptocurrencies, with the SEC being on the case. European regulators also saying, listen, we have to sort of make sure that retail investors won't get hurt by investing in those cryptocurrencies because they're literally not regulated. That is also weighing on the prospects of cryptocurrencies.
All right, Brexit is still making the rounds, and UK Prime Minister Theresa May is expected to make an appearance in Brussels today to discuss Brexit developments with the President of the European Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker. What is the market expecting from this meeting?
Well, the market is in a wait-and-see stance when it comes to Brexit. It is not very likely that she'll get her deal through Parliament, but she's putting on a brave face, so to say, and she's going to Brussels to get the fine print negotiated. Because currently, even some European member states are saying, no, we're not going to sign that deal because, for example, Spain wants to have a special solution for Gibraltar. Then we have others who want to have more clarity on fishing rights. So there is still a lot of moving parts which they want to have settled until Sunday. Because on Sunday, on November 25th, there will be a big EU summit where all the heads of states are coming together, and they hope they can really ratify that Brexit deal then also officially. That having said, it doesn't really mean that we're going to get a Brexit deal, because then Theresa May has to get it through her own parliament, and that's the big hurdle, because for now, as it stands, it doesn't look that she's going to have a majority for any of that Brexit deal, which she has negotiated. And there's still a substantial risk of a hard Brexit.
All right. Thank you very much for your time today on it, and enjoy the rest of the day. And in the global oil market, prices went up more than 1% today to claw back some of the previous day's 6% plunge. International Brent crude oil futures were trading at $63.39 per barrel, up $86, about 1.4% from their last close. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures were up 90 cents, about 1.7%, at $54.33. A report of an unexpected decline in U.S. commercial crude inventories and record Indian crude imports contributed to the bounce back. However, investors remained on edge with the International Energy Agency warning of unprecedented uncertainty in oil markets due to a difficult economic environment and political risk. And after the break, Tanzania's central bank cracks down on black market currency trading and money laundering. Details in a moment. Just stay with us.